Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to talk to you guys right now about a couple of things. Let's go for the transportation industry, okay? We're going to start with that. Now, let's just say a commercial vehicle will average anywhere from $7,000 right now with the month being what is slow season for the industries. It's kind of been like that for years. There's no situation that's new. All right. So, I've been in the industry for 15 years. As long as I've been knowing it, this has all been a slow season. So, I'm going to talk to you guys right now about leasing a commercial vehicle. All right, or renting it, or whatever the case may be. Hey, look, follow me, subscribe. I give you all the information, all the tools, all the insight stuff, how to do it, what to expect, what companies to go with, what companies not to go with. Hey, how to even start up your own thing. I'll give you all of that in this entirety, and I'll show you how to actually get customers, how to have the positive attitude when you're going to speaking to someone who you might need freight from, or someone you might need to get to move, maybe even your dispatchers, start talking to them, and how to get them to respond to you in a way where you're not feeling like you're being used or left out in the cold in some choice of fashion. All right, so right now, $7,000 is what the trucks are averaging right now from a growth standpoint. If you're doing any kind of lease or anything like that, they're going to charge you anywhere from like anywhere from $500 to like $900 a week for the truck. It all depends on how new the truck is. Heck, I've even seen it as high as almost $2,000 a week. All right, that's before anything. All right. Then they'll charge you a trailer rental fee in some cases, or they might charge you the insurance aspects of it, and then after that, they're going to take out 15%. All right, I've seen it now as high as 18% or even 20%. All right, and say, hey, you get 80. So at $70,000, or not 70, sorry, $7,000. That's going to leave you with about a couple $100 a week to operate that commercial vehicle right now, because the freight is slow. Now, the sales pitch that they give you is that you'll make anywhere from $7,000 to $11,000, a week. Now, the fuel costs and the fuel prices, and right now, I'm going to tell you, I filled up yesterday. Actually, the day before yesterday, I filled up for like $1,000. All right. Me filling for $1,000, averaging 6.2 miles to the fuel gallon. Few miles to the gallon. I basically, by the time I got through the hills and through everything like that, and made the delivery, it was almost time for me to use fuel again. And the load only paid $2,500. Well, you take your fuel off the top, you take their percentages off the top. Right, and you take your deduction off the top, and that's what you're left with. Now, only way you're going to win in this freight industry is that you have to understand what the concept is about operating a commercial vehicle, what it takes. Okay, not that the brokers are bad or the economy is bad or anything like that. It's just that transportation is becoming one of the highest markets to get into, but the drivers, people who are focusing on getting their commercial license, are thinking about it as $2,000 a week, $8,000 a month, $120,000 a year, okay, or $300,000 to $400,000 a year, but yet and still, they're, after all their deductions, if they get $40,000, it would be only in the summer months or only in the spring or maybe winter, where the freight is booming to the point that it needs to be. I say, get your credit up. Take it from me. Get your personal credit up. When your personal credit gets up, get your business credit. Start working on that. Get your business, get that done. That way, you can withstand the market and be in the market. So if you're a commercial driver, you've been driving for a couple of years, hey, the insurance is going to be easier for you to get versus someone who don't have the couple of years insurance under their belt. I'm just telling you how it works, because as more and more, I'm gonna keep giving you guys little bits and pieces here and there. I'm just gonna start throwing up so many of these transportation videos because I want you guys to be enlightened. I don't want you guys to be taken advantage of, okay? Because not everybody is a Charles. Ow! But not everybody's a you neither, okay? Not everybody's a you neither. No, wait. I think you guys are rocking because you clicked on the video to see what it is. But transportation, for you, it can be a life changer. But you have to know how to navigate through it. You have to know how many miles you have to drive in order for you to get it paid. I broke down with a gentleman and I said to him, because he tells me, he says, hey, you can make $4,000 a week. Woo, isn't that attractive? $4,000 a week, $16,000 a month. Hey, you on a 1099? That means you can take the money, you can invest it up front. Man, you can really do it. Except the industry isn't paying $4,000 a week on $2 per mile. The industry currently right now is at anywhere from $1.80 to $2 per mile. That's how much money you're making. $1.80 to $2 per mile. Maybe you get $2.10, $2.50, all depends on what market you're at. But for the most part of it, yeah, you're looking at about that. And if you do 3,500 miles in a week, that's 500 miles a day. Okay, that's $7,000. Right, 2 times 3,500 is $7,000. Well, you got all these deductions coming out, right? You're gonna spend about $2,000 in fuel. Hey, where I'm at, fuel is $3 and some odd cents. If you're in the South getting fuel, you at 4, close to 5 easily. The margin for error is so slow, you have to literally be doing 55 miles an hour and making sure that how you travel would be so that you get a better fuel efficiency or usage and more miles you could cover per gallon instead of going real fast would be your deal breaker, because you'll be blowing your money through the pipes or through your acceleration, right? The faster you go, the more the engine needs fuel to feed it. And if you're heavy, sometimes you could take momentum. You could use cruise control. I use it, But when I use cruise control, I'm on a flat plane. And I keep the engine humming and steady for, a consistent long time. Now, when I get close to a mountain or something like that, I take that cruise control off, because that cruise control is going to feed that engine so much fuel to keep that horsepower that it's based on memory that it has to set a speed. So the more you got that cruise control going up that mountain or going up something like that, it's going to have to say, I need to feed it so much fuel that you're going to read your dash, and it's literally going to say that you're going to average, once it's still on cruise control, you're going to average 1 mile to the gallon. That's going to kill your 6, 7, some people even getting 8 miles to the gallon, right? The object is to get lighter freight. The lighter your freight and where you go will determine, how you make your money and stuff like that, So if your freight is real heavy and it doesn't mount up to anything, that means you're not going to make it, you're not going to have a whole lot of finances from that load. But because it's the slow season and the industry has caught on to moving most of their freight, when the freight is slow like this, they move all their heavy freight. That when the summertime come, everything is light and they hardly have to move it. So they change how they deal with the freight industry. And then now based on the need and demands of companies, during the hot freight season, they pay the higher prices and stuff like that. Normally the loads are much lighter. So the industry has changed, got more educated, right? More dynamics. Everything has got to change. You have to change with the industry too as well. Because the only way that you're going to be able to get it to the point to where you want it is that you have to understand that you have to work very little in the winter and better in the summer. right? That's what I do. I work in the summer, and the winter I work a little, you know, I do a little bit. But you have to get it that much on a higher scale, okay? You have to understand this. Now, some of the tools that I use when I'm out here is I try to make sure that I'm in an element where I don't have to idle my truck a whole lot. So if I go take a load to the south, I know if I'm down in Texas right now or I'm down in Louisiana, I don't have to idle my truck. The air is moderate, 45 degrees, 50 degrees, whatever, you know. Hey, you got your blankets, cover, you know, cover up, you know, don't idle your truck. When you idle your truck, your fuel consumption goes down, all right, because your engine is still using that fuel, all right. Or you can have, you know, the bunker heater things, kind of what I got in here too. It's crazy. I got all this stuff. I got all the bells and whistles in this truck. So, you know, you have to get acclimated into using the things around you for you to be able to make just $2,000 a week. Now, me, I said just $2,000 a week because had you have good credit and get your stuff together and business credit and stuff like that, you could, you know, idle your stuff all you want because you will gross $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a week, and you will only have a monthly payment, truck payment. Okay. Now, the realistic amount that you can get out of trucking right now with a lease purchase is probably around $2,500 a month, roughly. I'm just guessing. I don't know. You know, I haven't had that issue, but if I was a new person coming in, I would tell you that is the most challenging part, is figuring out, you know. So how to figure out transportation is probably what I would name this video to. Like, how to figure out transportation. I got passion for this stuff, right? I got passion for spirituality, but I got passion for this too, right? Because I've been doing 15 years, you know. I got passion for all this stuff too, like, you know, singing and dancing. I'm always dancing, right? If you see, when you subscribe to my channel, you're gonna get like the real Charles. You gonna get like the whole Charles. You know, it's nothing. I'm not gonna talk negative or nothing like that about people on here, what people did or nothing like that, or how people doing you wrong. No, I'm gonna prepare you for success and have you take control of your life, because this is what it's about. Take control of your life. Look, nobody's not telling me what to do. People call me and ask me what I want to do. I don't call people like, you know, can I do this? Can I do that? No, I don't do that. I set the boundaries. You have to set yours. You know? So, for transportation purposes, this is one thing you have to do. You have to make sure that you understand the ins and outs of the industry, right? Go to the FMCSA, right? See what you legally was, you know, is out for, right? These bigger entities and stuff like that on the internet, they post their national averages for loads per mile, right? I mean, you can even go to some of the load boards and they will post them for loads per mile and see what the averages are, right? You have to then create a lane where you always in those areas so that you could constantly move the freight, where you can then, in many cases, you know, accumulate finances. Those who are owner operators, they know what I'm talking about. They know it's the truth. They've been doing this for years too as well. Those who have their own companies, those who look on this video, they were like, yo, it's not too bad, not too shabby. You kind of somewhat know what you're talking about. I could go into more in depth, but this is for the people who just get into the industry and they have the 2 years, 3 years, 4 years in it, right? They got the driving. They know how to hold and steer a wheel. They know how to get forward. They know how to make the money. They know how to get on time to their deliveries and receivers and stuff like that, but they don't know what to do when it comes down to a Friday or Thursday or Wednesday or Monday, whenever they get paid. They don't know what to do and how to win, you know, because they might be discouraged, right? I mean, I got discouraged. I remember first coming out into this industry. I did something with a company called I'm not gonna give no names, but and I was like, oh my God, this is when I first got my license. I was like, oh my God, they promised me this, they promised me that, but they never gave it to me because I did not understand the industry. you are going to understand the industry. By the time I'm done explaining everything to you, they're going to look at my videos, and then they're going to change the dynamic of the industry, because these videos will go viral on so many different cases, so many different ways, that they're going to change it. But by that time, you'll be well adapted to it and on your way, having your own truck and stuff like that, and have your own company and being your own boss. Literally, I'm my own boss, but you could be your own boss in a way where you would be able to take the time out in your busy schedule and spend time with your family, knowing that if you go out and drive for 3 months, it will take care of you for a year. Hey, I'll teach it all to you later. 15 minutes in, not too bad, guys. We got so much more to talk about. Let's get it together. Let's have fun. Hey, I got nothing but downtime over here. So when I'm not working, I'm always trying to inform, educate, motivate everyone who watched me, because at this time, that's just the kind of energy that I carry. Plus, I'm not mad. If anything, I'm happy for you, happy for all of you, thanking God for all of you too as well, because at the end of the day, if you don't win, who would? It starts with you. It starts with education, right? As a man thinketh, so is he. Think positive. Later.